We just need to start over. Everybody say, I need to start over.
You start over.
When you run into technical things, when things don't work out the way that you need to work out, what do?
Start over.
Shout it, I start over.
Start over.
I just start over. I'm sorry, but I got to start over. Anyway, let me tell you something. You probably need to hit the reset button anyway. You probably need to hit the reset button anyway. Everybody say, hit it anyway.
Hit it anyway.
Hit the reset button anyway, because there's a lot of things that you're operating out of default on, and God is not, listen to me, He's not well pleased.
All right.
He's not well pleased. He's not well pleased. So hit the reset button. Everybody say, hit the reset button.
Hit the reset button.
Now do it quickly. Everybody say, do it quickly.
Do it quickly.
Hit the reset button quickly. Start all over again. And what happens? The time that you lost, God is going to make up for it.
Amen.
He'll make up for all the time that you lost. How many agree with me on that?
Amen.
He'll make up for time. Now, again, meticulously particular. I'm going to know in this season what I want.
Amen.
As a matter of fact, nothing connects to me in this season that is not specific to my calling.
Amen.
I don't care how good it looks. If it's not specific for my calling, I'm going to refrain. You won't have access to me.
Right.
Amen.
You won't have access. Well, you think you all of that. Well, not yet. Not yet. Now, I don't think I'm all of that yet. But I'm going to think that I'm all that God called me to be.
Amen.
Can y'all share me again? Go ahead and share me again. I'm going to think that I'm all that God called me to be. And that's not arrogance. You got to have confidence. Because again, if you can't celebrate yourself, most of the things that God tells trailblazers to do, He tells them to step in the middle of people that are already doing things that look similar to what He told them to do. And if you are not confident in who you are, you're probably not going to go in. You're going to say, Lord, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. Now, listen to me very closely. I should indulge in what is specific. Everybody says specific. Specific to my ordination. Ordination. God ordained me for something in life. How many believe God ordained me for something?
Amen.
Now, listen to me. You may have never operated in it before, but this is again that season when God saw fit.
Yeah.
Paul says it. I acted fool all my life, but don't get it twisted. Before I came out of my mother's womb, He had already chosen me for what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I got to get ready for it. I got to step in confidence and know that God is about to allow me to be launched. Everybody say I'm being launched in this season.
I'm being launched.
So everything that I do has got to be on point.
Yeah.
With my ordination. I'm not here random. And so what God is trying to tell us is that we are not just in existence, we're here on purpose. There's a meaning. Everything I touch, everywhere I go, everybody I talk to, there's meaning behind it. There's a spiritual meaning. God is trying to do something, and He's using me physically to do it. Right. So I can never again touch people that are just random touches.
Right. Yeah.
I got to touch on purpose.
Amen.
That's why I got to be very specific about me, Pastor Nick, because if you're coming into my circle and you're not going in the same direction, you're going to try to make me lose focus. Now, the thing that causes us to lose focus is the good things. It's never a bad thing. Remember, it was the good part of the tree that deceived Eve. It was not the bad parts.
Yeah.
It is good for it.
Yeah.
And so we got to be very careful moving forward that we don't get caught up. Now watch this. Everything that I'm going to say to you tonight, I don't preach legalism.
Yeah.
I don't preach legalism. Everything I preach out of grace. For some reason, we think that since we left the law, if you will, and moved into grace, God lost all of His criteria. Mm-hmm. He don't expect nothing out of me. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody that don't expect nothing out of you,
yeah, man.
Let's flip the script. If you got somebody that's supposed to be in a relationship with you and you don't expect nothing out of them, somebody got a problem. Somebody got a problem. I want to read something here. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. So everything that I do has got to be specific for my calling. Watch this. God is calling us in this season. He's telling us that we got to come back again. That's why we're in consecration month. It's for what? It's for me to get focused. I got to get focused because there's something that I'm carrying that I don't know how to use. Ephesians 3:20 says you got power that's inside you. Now you need to know how to make it work. What you are carrying is able to do exceeding and abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Corinthians 6 says it like this, and 3, 1 Corinthians 3, 19, 6, 19, it says it like this. It says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost? Now, why is it so adamant about what? In other words, you are acting like a weakling when you are carrying the power.
Yeah.
Why are you running from that when you house the power to take care of that?
Amen.
But if I don't know it, I'll run from everything, carrying the power with me. I be dragging the power away from the challenge. That's what we do. We run with the power when we're playing with all the power. All you got to do is stand up one time. That's why, listen to me, the enemy always comes with the boo and the boo. Why? Because he wants you to be afraid enough to run. Because if you stand up one time to the bully done been exposed.
Yeah.
My problem I never stood up to.
Yeah.
I thought I was too weak to do it. And so now God is giving us consecration. Remember the consecration is to get us focused on what we have. Because I'm carrying something inside of me that I don't know how to use. So my consecration brings me back into focus. I'm going to learn about what I got. I bought some antennas today for my TV. And here's my problem. Everybody thinks since you're technical, you like reading instructions. I hate reading instructions. I hate it with a passion. I don't even want to read the first line of an instruction. I want to dig in with my hands. If it takes me 2 or 3 hours to do something that should take 5 minutes,
Right.
I'm going to dig in because I hate to read the instructions. My mind. Now, I can get into scripture, man, and stay there all day. But when it comes to an instruction on how to put something together, the first line confuses me. And so I run from it. That's this very thing that is happening to us in our spirit. We got something in us that we don't want to understand. And so now we're taking forever to get what the Spirit of God will give to us in a moment in the twinkling of an eye. I've got to learn who it is. I got to learn what it is. I got to learn why it is.
Yeah.
Because I got it,
Yeah.
I should be using it.
Yeah.
If I got it, I should be using it. So everything I do is according to my ordination. Nothing outside of that. I've got to become so focused on what God said about me. The next few days, you got to become focused on what God said about you. So nothing I say is out of legalism. I just got to be focused on my ordination. Everybody say, I got to be focused on my ordination. Now, 1 Corinthians 10:23, put that up for me real quick. I want to show you something here. Now, watch this. All things are lawful for me. All things are lawful for me. I need y'all to hear what I just said. All things are
lawful
for me, but all things are not expedient. Now I need you to hear me now, saints of God. All things are what?
Lawful.
But all things are not expedient. All things are lawful. Now he repeated it. All things are lawful for me, but all things
edify not.
Edify not. Here's what immature people say and think. That since it's lawful, I can do it. You can't tell me that, see, you traditional. You live in law and legalism. Listen to me. This is the plight of the church right now. This is why we're held up. Because we don't want to hear this. All things, I want you to let it resonate. All things, how many things?
All things
are lawful, but not expedient. In other words, what does it mean, not expedient? Meaning they are legal for me to do, but they're not producing life in me when I do it.
Amen. Amen.
They legal. Right. I can do that. But what does it produce in your life? Now, you say you're trying to go to God's best, and God says he wants you to be at his best. So he says, now look, if you're going to do that, that does not bring me glory, even though it's lawful.
Yeah.
Don't bring me glory. It's lawful. Now, God wants us to see this because we're about to be launched. We're about to be skyrocketed out of a place if we can agree with God. So he says again, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. In other words, he's saying to you, some things you just too old to do now.
Yeah.
You still doing that? I thought, you still going there? Really?
Yeah.
You got kids and you doing that? Really?
Yeah.
Now, see, so all things are not freedom. But all things are lawful to me, but all things don't edify the call
On my life.
that I got
Yeah.
on my life. Now, hear me. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. For those of us that think we all of that, most people are attracted to what I carry, not my flesh.
Right.
Most people are attracted to what you carry. People that are hurting can see something that can bring life. And if you don't understand who you are and what you got, you think they're coming to you. They like my new braids. They like these boots I got on.
Yeah.
Boy, girl, they don't care nothing about them boots.
Yeah.
They're disappointed in them boots when you don't exemplify what you carry.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are attracted to what you carry. That's why Paul says, I need you to know all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. If you want to maximize what you're carrying, you're going to have to get focused on what God said.
Amen.
I've got to hear God's word concerning what I'm carrying so that it can activate what I got.
Amen.
Woo,
Yeah.
I still got it. What you got? So I got to be very focused. Everybody say very focused.
Very focused.
Now watch this, watch this, watch this. So again, nothing that I'm speaking and saying tonight is out of legalism. This is all out of grace. God is commissioning me to say this because he says, I need you to say to chosen people, let chosen people know, let chosen people know, let people know that I have promised something. Let them know that I need them to hear me in this season of their life, because if they're not in agreement with me, I can't give them what I desire.
Yeah.
Now remember this, Galatians chapter 4, verse number 1 says something very powerful. It says an heir, as long as he's a child, difference nothing than a servant. When he says heir, that means he's got access to everything his father got. But his father can't give him what he want to give him because he's too immature to handle it. How do you determine if your child is ready to handle it? You'll start seeing it in their actions.
Yeah.
If they still acting like a child, you say they're not ready for that. I'm going to hold that up because I'm not going to put in their hands things that'll kill them. Amen.
Amen.
Now, this season, hear me really closely, this is about to be a season of chastening or chastisement. Pastor, I don't want to hear that.
It's
I've
okay.
been whooped a long time.
That's okay.
Well, most of your whoopings were for things that you really didn't do.
Yeah.
They were devil whoopings.
Yeah.
Because he thought you were going to do something. You never had the intentions on doing it. You looked like you were ready for something.
Yeah.
Please hear me. Everybody say chastisement.
That's
Now
time.
let me explain this to you, because Hebrews says something very powerful. Put Hebrews chapter number 12 up. Chastisement. I said chastisement.
That's time.
What God is going to issue out right now, he's issuing it out right now. For those that are significant in his next move, he's bringing in what is called chastisement. Meaning he's about to instruct you on something that you've been doing wrong because he wants you to correct it.
Amen.
Right.
He's ready for the correction. He needs you to correct. Now, remember, I'm talking to people that are blessed, that are called by God, that's got a couple of issues. All of Israel, if you read 1 Corinthians 10, it says all of them passed through the flood. That's an interesting text. What does that mean? It meant that everybody that came out of Egypt went through that miracle called the parting of the sea. They should have known that God was able to do what God said he could do.
Amen.
So he says, you got people that are blessed, that's called to blessings, but they're going to not follow my instruction. And he says, remember the example of chosen people in the Bible, so that these chosen people don't repeat what the chosen people in the Bible done, thinking, I'm so blessed that God is going to do everything regardless. This is not so. That's not how I do it. I want to,
Right.
but you won't let me because you're too immature.
Right. Right.
He's not mad. He just said, you can't handle
Yeah.
what I want to give you. I'm ready to give it to you. I'm ready to let you have it. 2020 is supposed to be your year.
Amen.
You already made all the necessary declarations.
Amen.
You already made all the necessary proclamations.
Right.
You done made all the resolutions you need to make. You don't need to go into 2021 and say, everything I didn't get in 2020, I'm going to get it in 2021. We will do it.
No,
What we do it? What we do it? So he says this is a season of correction. Everybody say correction.
All right, correct me.
Now listen to what the text says. And ye have forgotten the exhortation. Look at what he just said. Exhortation. What is exhortation? It's making somebody happy or building somebody up. But look at the interesting how the scripture says. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto what?
Children.
So it's an exhortation that you are spoken unto by God, from God as his child. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Remember, when God rebukes a chastening, he's saying you're going down the wrong road.
Yeah.
In other words, you're carrying something too big to end up over there. You got something in you that is too big for where you've been going. I need to correct some things. Everybody say, God, correct me.
God, correct me.
Now, the 6th verse says this. Go 6th verse. It says, for whom the Lord
Love it.
If he loves you, he's correcting you right now. Now, you're the apple of his eye because he says he loves you. I know you're chosen. I know you're blessed. I know you got favor on you. But I'm going to give you an instruction because I can't let that favor lay dormant. That's when you get frustrated, when you are favored the way you are, but you won't follow an instruction. He says, for whom the Lord loveth, he does what?
Chase.
And it's going to every son which he receiveth. Now listen to me very closely. Now for those of you that think chastening is a whooping, let me explain that to you. How many give your child an instruction the first time and then you beat his tail? Or her tail? I went to old school now. Well, how many of you don't give them any instruction at all? You go and just start whooping.
Nobody.
Nobody does that, right? When you start whooping, it's because I done said it several times.
Yeah.
And when the whooping comes, it's to remind you of what I said to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this, but this is what is called the rod of correction.
Yeah.
I don't plan to whoop my child, but for me to correct her, I will. And I'm not whooping her to tell her or to break her confidence. I'm telling her to get in line.
Right.
Just get in line, get in line, get in line. So what does God do? He sends me a very meticulous and particular instruction. Are you ready for that?
Right. Amen.
It's going to be based off and pinpointed, pointing you straight to the destination he wants you in. You've been too random. Been watching other people do things that's good. Celebrate them, but find out what God said about you. Where do I supposed to land?
Yeah.
And I say this all the time. There's a specific place I'm supposed to be, not just in the general consensus.
Yeah.
There was a garden that was eastward in Eden. Just getting back to Eden might not even mean you were in your spot. You got to go eastward in Eden to find my specific place. Are you ready to go there? So he says, I'm going to instruct you. This year has begun with instruction, and they are very meticulous and very particular. Most people don't want to hear it because I'm so used to being random about everything. I just want God to find me. God, you know everything, find me. He says, no, I want you to come to the light.
Yeah.
Come to the spot that I've already designed for you. Show me that you agree with me. Remember, testing ain't for teaching.
Yeah.
It'll be a bad teacher to test somebody on something that they never taught them.
Yeah.
So testing ain't for teaching. Testing is to understand what you already know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with chastisement. God does not chastise people that don't already know something. So if he's coming for you, it's because he's already put something in you that he's trying to straighten out. So chastisement, I'll give you my definition of chastisement. It's instructions that will secure a prosperous end. God is coming to you with this instruction because he wants your end results to be your best results. Everybody say, my end result will be my best results.
Be my best.
You haven't seen nothing yet. Said you haven't seen nothing yet. Declare you haven't seen nothing yet. So Lord, whatever you got to do to put me on the right path, go ahead on and do it. Now, God's instructions are supernatural. I say God's instructions are supernatural. What does that mean? The moment I hear a supernatural instruction and I follow, he takes me from here all the way over here. Boom, he can get me there quickly. Everything that I lost in my ignorant years, he's able to restore them quickly. Quickly. Most of the things that I don't see right now is because I've been distracted. I've been so focused on looking over here, and God says it's right here. I have had, Lady T asked me several times this, I went down to a drawer to pull out something, I'm looking for a flashlight. She asked me, do you see my fingernail file? I say, I don't see it, it's not in there. She says, I know it is. I said, no, it's not. I didn't see it. Why didn't I see it? Because I was looking for a flashlight. When I went back to look for what she said, I seen it in there. It only appeared after I started looking for it.
Amen.
So most of the things that show up in your life is because of, everybody say revelation.
Revelation.
If we walk into this building and it's pitch dark, we see nothing. We see nothing. When I flip the switch on, things don't get in place when I flip the switch on. Things were already in place.
Right.
I just needed revelation to see them. And so God is giving me revelation to see what he's already got in place.
Right.
And so now I'm going to start seeing things appear all around me because of my revelation.
Amen.
Where I've been working real hard to get something that I could never see because my flesh and my spirit is never going to see eye to eye. And so once I reduce my fleshly seeing, I automatically start seeing in the spirit realm. So get ready for God to show some things to you real quickly. But he says, I'm correcting your sight. This is a season of corrected vision. Everybody say he's correcting my vision.
Correcting my vision.
Now hear me real quick. Now I gotta share this with you. Number one, here's the task at hand. Number one, please hear me, sanctify people that are blessed the Lord. Number one, I need you to know this. You've got to see and believe. Watch this. We have got to believe that God is more than enough.
Right.
Hear me.
Amen.
More than enough to fulfill my every hunger, longing, and desire.
Yes.
That's what he wants in this season. He wants this season. I've got to know that everything that I long for, everything that I desire, everything I ever wanted can be satisfied in God.
Yeah.
That's been our problem. We have so many options that we don't believe that my satisfaction comes from God.
Yeah.
I was created by God. He put his spirit in me.
Right.
I will never be satisfied until I cling to that again.
Amen.
I will never be satisfied until I believe that God can fulfill everything and every part of me. If I don't believe that, I got a problem. This is where the enemy gets us. This is where he gets us. He says, yes, that God stuff is good, but you know you need a little bit more than that. I'm here to tell you, if God is not enough to fulfill your every desire, your longing, everything that you want, you are not close enough to him.
Amen.
You have not seen him in his fullness. Because once I see him in his fullness, he's more than enough to overwhelm everything it is about me.
Yeah.
Put this up, Psalms 107. Psalms 107, verse number 9. Look at this. It says, for he satisfied the longing soul and filleth the hungry soul with goodness. He completely fills me when I get hungry enough to come after him.
Yeah.
Right.
God is more than enough
Yeah.
to fulfill me.
Yeah.
If I see some other things I need outside of him, I have a problem.
Amen.
Are you listening to me? I have a problem. I'm not close enough to see all of God. He want to show himself to me. He want to show himself to me. Now, no man has seen God, Master Scripture. No man has seen God. So we mix that scripture up, right? When Moses says, let me see you, he hid him in a cleft of a rock.
Yeah.
And then what does he do? He walks by him and shows Moses what?
Back.
His hinder
Yeah.
parts. You know what that means? He says, if you really want to see me, let me show you how I have worked in your life.
Yeah.
You should get a vivid picture of me because you were down and out, did not come and pick you up. So what you've experienced in your past and I brought you out should paint a big picture of me in your future.
Yeah.
You should already know I can do it.
Amen.
I can do it. So he says, I'm not trying to hide my glory from you.
Amen.
I just want you to see it in your experience. Haven't I brought you out before?
Right.
Amen.
Haven't I done it before? It's like, can you see God just on the tiptoes saying, look, haven't I done it before?
Yeah.
If I've done it before,
I can do it.
I do it again. Same God, right? Yeah, same God right now.
Yeah.
So I can do it. So he shows me his past work. He says, look at my work. That'll give you the indication that your faith can be locked in on me. And I'll show you some more stuff if you seek it. Number two, everybody say number two.
Number two.
You got to see it very significant to yield. Everybody say yield.
Yeah.
My mind and my members to his call on my life. I got to see that it's significant in this season that I yield my mind and my members to the call of God on my life. God, what do you want? What is your desire for me? This is tough on people right here because you've been told it don't matter. You got to get locked in.
Yeah.
You're looking for something supernatural, and you don't want to live in a supernatural atmosphere.
Yeah.
He says you got to lock in. If you lock in, I give you everything that you ever asked for. Lock it in. I said lock it in.
Lock
so
it
I got to see it significant to yield my mind and my members to his call on my life. Now watch this. Romans chapter 6, verse number 13. I'll show you something. Romans 6, verse 13. Look at what the text says. Neither yield your members as instruments of what? Unrighteousness. Now that's a whole pact.
Yeah.
That's a whole pact. Says now unrighteousness is anything I do outside of my call.
Yeah.
Anything I do outside of my calling. You can call it righteous, but if it's not specific for you, it's unrighteous to you. Please stay with me. Unto what? Sin. Unto sin. If I'm yielding myself to things that are not specific to my calling and ordination, I got a problem, right? I have a problem. I have a problem because I'm not doing what God told me to do. I'm doing what other people say. Now, y'all follow me here now. Now, remember the text of 1 Corinthians 10. It says this: all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. All things don't edify. So what is it saying? I need to be locked into my call.
Right.
I need to lock into what God said about me, what he said. So he says, neither yield your members to instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield your members unto who? God. Now remember this sin word in the Greek word is called hermetia, right? What does that mean? I'm missing the mark because I'm good at doing somebody else and very novice at doing me. So this, I got to get focused, right? And everything I do is going to be focused on what God called me to do. The next part says, but yield yourself unto God as those that are alive from the dead. That's interesting, right? Alive from dead. Now, death by scriptural interpretation, Adam, when he disconnected from God, did what? Died. He said, the day that you do this, disconnect, be disobedient, you're going to die. Did he die physically? No, he was still alive and walking, but he was dead in the spirit.
Yeah.
Same thing as the prodigal son. When he comes back from the disconnection of his father in a foreign country, when he comes back, he says, my son, which was once dead, is now alive because he's connecting back to what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So anytime I step outside of my purpose in God and the specifics, I automatically dead.
Yeah.
You got many people that are walking around excited about doing something, but they dead because they're not following what God has called them to do. I'm writing a book. I told my wife what the title was. The title was The Life I Never Got to Live. Because I was so accustomed to making everybody else happy that I never focused on who I was. That time is
over.
Excuse me.
While I
go be great. Now watch this. Members as instruments of righteousness unto God. Let's go to the next verse. Now look at this. This is important. Look at this. You might not think it counts, but look at this. It said, know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, my members and my mind, look at it. His servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. I've got to make a choice. God's not going to make a choice for me. He says, I want you to want me.
Yeah.
You in a relationship with me, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that's in a relationship and you are scared he going to kill you if you leave, you don't really have one.
Amen.
You don't really have one.
Amen.
You don't really have. I'm just going to serve you notice. You don't really have one.
Amen.
If you are scared that if I make this, he going to come in and choke me out. Lord, leave me alone, Lord. I'm going on. Now, number three. What's number three? Number three. I need y'all to hear this. Here's the number three. So number one was, I got to know that God can satisfy my every longing, every need, and every desire. Number one, right? Number two, I got to see it's significant that I yield my mind and my members to the call of God on my life. That's number two. Number three. Now, I got to emphasize this because I got it written really big. It says, I got to make you guys know this. I got to emphatically tell you this. God loves me dearly. Can y'all say that? God loves let me emphasize, let me give you a revelation. God cannot love you any more than he already does.
Amen.
You can't do nothing to make him love you anymore.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Those are shouting words, right?
Amen.
You take that down, baby. Take that down. Those are shouting words. God cannot love you more than he already loved you. See, we think God is our best friend. He's emotional. All right. Let's see what you're going to do today. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, the scripture says that before I entered into my
Mother's womb,
he already made a decision on it.
Right.
Why did God do it before? Because he didn't want me to think after would be the thing that made him love me.
Yeah.
While we were yet sinners, he committed his love toward me, right?
Right.
Now, I'm going somewhere with this because I need y'all to agree with me on this. So God can never love me more than he loved me, right?
Right.
Now, watch this. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that God can't love me anymore than he loves me. He says, tell the people that I love, that I will only trust them with the I say and I see authority.
Amen.
Listen to what's that. Listen to that. He says, I love everybody in this room. Let them know it. Let them feel it. Tell them that they were right. God loves me. His love for me is overwhelming. But he says this. He says, I will not trust everybody with the I say, I see authority.
Yeah.
Now, what is the I say, I see authority? When you got the authority to walk in and say something and see a manifestation quickly.
Amen.
He says, I love every last one with an everlasting love, but I'm not giving everybody this right and authority. Why? Because even though I love them, I need them to fully commit to my calling on their life. I'm going to say it again. Even though I love them dearly, it's their decision to commit fully to the calling that I have on their life. They will not see the I say, I see authority until they lock into what I call them to be. I'm still going to love them.
Amen.
They're still going to be my love.
Yeah.
See, a child that's being chastened is still a child.
Yeah.
Until he decides that I'm going to do what God says, he says, I can't even trust you with that. Because you're going to be saying some things that's out of line with me. And if I tell you you can have it, then I'm obligated to go with you on that stuff. And I can't do it. So I'm only giving that to people that are ready to be fully committed to the call that I have on their life. Are you ready to be fully committed to the call that's on your life?
Yes.
Please stay with me because I'm about to end this thing. Now, 1 Corinthians 6:12, he emphasizes something. Put that up real quick. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12. He says, all things again. Now he goes again and says, all things are what?
Lawful.
Unto me, but all things are what?
Not expedient.
Do y'all see the text? But all things are not expedient. Listen to me. He says, all things are lawful to me again, but I will not be brought under the power of any. I could do it, but that doesn't work for what I've been called to.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let my flesh desire master me. I'm not going to be subjected to it. I can say no to it for the sake of the call that's on my life. Yeah, it'd be all right if I went over there, but what I'm trying to get over there ain't good for what I'm trying to get. Okay. Yeah, it'd be all right if I done that, but what I'm trying to exemplify, that ain't good for what I'm trying to exemplify. So I had to make some decisions. Even though God says it's up to you, I said, well, Lord, I see what you're trying to give, and it's worth me going after. So if you say don't go over there and don't do that, well, Lord, I'm staying at the house.
Yeah.
Because what I'm trying to get is much greater than what they got over there. Are you listening to me tonight?
Yeah.
Now watch this. For those of you, he says, I will not be brought under the power of any. Right now, there's some things that's mastering you, and you say that you can't master. It's because you've done it so long, and you've been given so many options to keep doing what you're doing. How long will we have to stay there when God done already showed you can have this? I want you to have it 2020, but you're going to have to make a decision. Everybody said a decision's got to be made. Now watch this. He says this. 1 Corinthians chapter number 10, verse number 13. I got to go. 1 Corinthians 10, chapter 13. It says, there has no temptation taken you. For those of you that think, well, Pastor, I hear what you're saying, but you don't understand what I got going on in my life. Watch this. No temptation that has taken you, but such as is
common to me.
In other words, he said, it's common. You're just an immature person telling me something that you can't do or you don't really want to do.
Amen. That's it.
So when you get over that, it's common. Now watch this, common to man, but God is what?
Faithful.
Faithful. God is what?
Faithful.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear. In other words, if you want to make it through this, God will empower you to do it. If I want it, now, if I'm not able, it's because I didn't want it.
You don't want to.
Pastor, I can't believe you saying that. In this era, in this time, I'm saying, if you want what God's, we're going to have to do what God says. Period. As they say, period. There's no difference. Now, I'm going to close this thing out, because I got some people that's ready to jump and leap out of here because there's some things that have been holding you up. You thought, God is mad at me. No, he's not. He can't love you more than he loves you, but he can't give it to you because you won't make a decision.
Yeah.
With your blessed self, with your favorite and the apple of God's eye.
Yeah.
He says, until you make a decision, I can't do it. I can't do it. See, now there's a thing called predestination. And God has already chosen who's going to be what, when, where, and how. Who told you that? Where did you get that from? Who told you that? Who told you that? Where did you get that from? I'm serious. Now watch this, Pastor. Well, I'm just telling you, that's what I heard, that's what they tell me. Well, let's read it in the scripture then. Can we read it in the scripture then? Take me to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 2, let's go verse number 20. 1 Timothy 2, verse number 20. Now watch this. But in every great house, now we're talking about a great house, we're talking about in God's house. In my Father's house. Watch this. So we're talking about God's house. Now watch this. In every great house there are what? Not only vessels of what?
Gold and silver.
And of silver, but also of
wood and earth.
And of earth. And some of honor and some of dishonor. See, God done already chose the people that's going to honor and the people that's going to be dishonored. See, I told you, Pastor. Well, you stop reading. Go to the next verse then. What's the next verse say? Look at the next verse. 21 says, if any man therefore purge, God's going to purge me. No, he says, if any man purge himself from these, he shall be what? A vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work. Look at your neighbor and say, I got to make a decision if I want to be a vessel of honor that bring God glory.
Yeah.
God didn't make that choice.
Amen.
You got to make that choice. Right. Why is this important? Because God is not dealing with immature people. If you want it, you got to make a choice to come get it. He predestined you to be able to make a choice.
Amen.
Now watch this. He says, I know where you're coming from. I know what you think. Now watch this. I need you to say this with me. My disciplined decision. Everybody say, my disciplined decision.
My disciplined decision
will determine if God will be able to use me.
Will determine if God will be able to use me.
For his strategic service.
For his strategic
that bring him honor and glory.
That bring him
now
honor.
That's what a blessing is.
Yeah.
It's when I start obeying God. He says, I will not withhold any good thing from you. When you are doing things that bring me honor. I'm a God of honor. I want to give the honor. And I'm not going to bless anything that don't bring me glory. If it's not bringing me glory, if you're acting any kind of way everywhere, I am not putting my best on you. Right. Now, I still love you. Right. Now, go act a fool, but I'm not trusting you with my strategic work. Nope, you won't get this one. You won't get this one. I got somebody that's willing. Stay with me now. Now, watch this. For those of you, watch how he gets up. He says, I know you've been in here a long time. You've been titled up, and you got some things going from you. He says, but you're immature. That's your problem. You're immature. You've been around here 40 years and you're immature. That's your problem. Let's go. 2 Timothy 20 and 22. Let's go 22. I need you to flee also youthful lust. But fall right. In other words, you are always caught up into something, even though you've been in here a long time. Every time something comes in your face, you done took off acting. I got to have that one. Why? Because you are immature. One of the first signs of maturity for me, and I learned it a long time ago, when God gave me one, that was all I needed. Right. And it takes a mature man to understand that.
Yeah.
that ain't nobody got what she ain't already got. Nobody. Ain't nobody. Really, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. So if I think that I can get something that she ain't got, that means that I'm immature and wrong.
Right. Yeah.
On mine.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Everybody got quiet on that.
Huh.
What you got in your mind? Don't put yourself back in there. So flee youthful lust. Everybody say flee youthful lust.
Leave you
Because you're immature, flee youthful lust, but follow righteousness.
Yeah.
Right.
Just follow righteousness. Faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a
Pure.
pure heart. Come on now. You need to have a pure heart.
Right.
I know I'm over my time, but I'm done. Y'all need this. We are meticulously particular because there's something meticulous and particular God is trying to give me, and I want it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm closing out. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse number 1. 1 Samuel 15, verse number 1. Now watch it. I said meticulously particular. Hear this. Samuel comes to Saul. He says, hey, listen to me, Saul. Listen to me. He said, listen to me. You're busy now. Listen to me. Listen to me, Saul. You got a title. Listen to me. You're in position. Listen to me. Listen to me. He says, hey, I am the one that prophesied your position and your prosperity. Hey, listen to me. I am the one that prophesied your position and prosperity. Think of that. He says to Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint you to be king over his people, right? I'm the one that anointed you. He says, over Israel. Now, therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. In other words, I'm the same person that prophesied your position and prosperity, but I'm about to give you another meticulously particular instruction.
Yeah.
Don't let me be the one to prophesy your prophecy and you don't follow this instruction I'm about to give you. Because this instruction that I'm about to give you, even though you're in position, it's going to determine whether you stay here. So God in this season is sending another meticulous, particular assignment, and he's sending an instruction. He says, you want to stay there, you better hear what I'm about to say. I'm calling for you to have a life that brings me glory.
Yeah.
I need a life that's glory. Far too long, you've gotten away with doing things that didn't bring me glory. You made an executive decision, Saul. It caused you to lose position. Now I need you to come back and say, Lord, what is your desire? Now watch this important. Isaiah 1 verse 19 says this. If you are willing and obedient, you're going to eat the good of that land. So if I'm not willing and obedient, what do I do? You think I still eat the good of that land? No, but I'm still a child.
Yeah.
I'm still going to eat. I'm still going to eat because I'm his child.
Right.
But I don't have the authority to say see. I don't get the keys to the car. When your child is immature, they don't get the keys to the car. I'll take you somewhere and drop you off, but I'm not going to trust you to go there and trust you to come back.
Yeah.
That's why my life has been restricted, because I'm not mature enough. I'm not mature enough. Now, Pastor, see, you told us that we were to bless the Lord. I just said it again. I just told you again. God is saying this season, I need you to get focused again. Right. I'm not letting you go.
Right. Yeah.
I have invested too much. I can't. I just won't. I can't. Because I've told you too much to let you go. Are y'all hearing me? Yeah. So he says, I prophesy your position. I prophesy your prosperity. Now, hear me what I'm about to say. So get ready. Gear yourself up. Right. Get yourself prepared for him to come with a meticulously particular instruction. Because there's something that has been delayed and it keeps eluding me. Because I can't recognize it. And God has got to paint the picture again in my instruction. How many going to say yes to the will?
Amen.
How many going to say yes to his will? Are you ready for it? Let's say yes to the will of the Lord. Let's tell him I'm ready. Please hear me. There is no lack in the resources of God.
Amen.
There's no lack in the resources. There's been a lack in our understanding. We thought that it automatically come to our life. I just laid out a case to tell you that it don't, even though it's there. He's looking for the mature people that are ready to commit to his life. Yeah. It's interesting how we come to this conclusion that you can live a life and expect God to bless you, and everybody else say, I don't have to live it, I'm going to get everything you got. That's unfair. You shouldn't go to school and get a master or a PhD and somebody else come get the same job that you get. We'll be fighting in furniture movement in the secular thoughts, right? So how is it in the spirit realm? We think I don't have to commit nothing to God. I'm going to get everything everybody else going to get. Please hear me, because this is important. Hear what I'm about to say. That does not make me any better than anybody else.
Right.
It just makes me more qualified.
Yeah.
When I obey God, I'm more qualified. Everybody's got the same opportunity. I just become more qualified like I do in life. Let's get a little hand praise for this word. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Meticulously particular. That's moving forward. We're going to see the hand of the Lord. Amen. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Please hear me. Let me reiterate what I said earlier. God, this season is going to be a season that God's blessing is going to follow his instruction. God told Naaman by the young lady, go down to Israel. There's a blessing that's going to heal you of something that you did not think you could be healed of. When Naaman got the instructions of the prophet, he rebelled against the instruction. He says, that doesn't make sense. I could go back home and got clear water to wash in. But God says, that's not what I said. So your next blessing of healing and prosperity come from following the specifics of the instruction. God is judging your maturity by your ability to be where he said be, when he said be there. The healing is not the problem.
Right.
The obedience is the problem.
Yeah.
If you will get where I told you to be, you will see what I said you can have.
Yes, Lord.
So get over there to the place. Amen. Get in the position. Amen. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. All right. Amen. Thank you so much.